Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today we're doing a sort of rainbow random showcase. In my last lot of summons, I pulled the final deep that I needed for this Frieza, and I think it was back when I did the Wicked Bloodline versus the Extreme only Super Battle Road. I needed to use this guy. So I'd already put quite a few orbs into him. So when I pulled that final copy, I was like, he's at 90%, I might as well rainbow him. Thinking ahead to some of the events that are coming, it might be quite useful for the Goku event when I decide to try and take that on with the Wicked Bloodline team. So the reason why I feel like he'll be pretty decent is he does give himself an attack and defense boost of 80%. Now, he's a really weirdly built unit. He gets an extra 100% attack and attacks effective against all types when the target enemy is sealed. Now, the problem with that is there's like no units on the Wicked Bloodline team that seal super attacks. In fact, there's not that many extreme units in general that seal super attacks. So, let's get... I want the Turles to go on rotation with him eventually, but this full power Frieza is his best link partner on this team. So let's do this. Plus this Metal Cooler friend is going to take him. I'm surprised I managed to find a Metal Cooler friend straight away. So apart from the fact that obviously the GT Frieza has shocking speed and full power Frieza has over in a flash, they share all the other links. So they have Prodigies, Universe Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, which is at least a key link, but also Nightmare. So they do have like 35% in attack links, which is pretty decent. Because yeah, most of the Frieza race units have similar kind of links, but okay. But there's definitely some, like the Metal Cooler, who doesn't quite share all the ones that you would want across the team. So we're going to get full power Frieza onto rotation with him, and then see what sort of attacks that he can put out with Turles on the rotation as well. I probably should have got Metal Cooler to attack Goku, but it should be okay. I don't think he'll take him out in one shot. Cool. So yeah, just under 1 million on the attack stat. Not particularly impressive for a rainbow unit, but we need to get his... once we get his link partner on rotation. So one of the things you obviously can do is on the events where enemies can be sealed, is I have brought along the PHY item, so we can seal the enemy super attack ourselves and then see the difference in attack stat that's going to give us. So we'll do this here and get Turles floated off, so we can get him onto rotation with the Frieza as quickly as possible. You guys know when I'm running like a team showcase, I don't like to use units that don't fit in the category, so I wouldn't normally bring Turles on my Wicked Bloodline team, even though he does fit under Cooler's secondary extreme AGL, part of his leader skill. But if I'm doing a showcase of an actual team, like a category, I like to run the full category. But since we're just trying to show off this unit, and Turles does fit on the Cooler secondary leader skill, we definitely want to bring a 40% support unit. They're awakening a lot of characters into like 40% support units for categories and stuff, so I wonder if we'll see one for the Wicked Bloodline team anytime soon. Right, okay, so let's put you in the front. We've got the key to get you a super attack. So let's see what we can get with... I wonder if we'll see this go up straight away. So we're at 209 at the moment. And then let's do this. Seal his super attack. And then do this for you. And then do this for you. Okay, so wow, okay, so 2.1 million on the attack stat when the enemy is sealed. So that's really good. The problem is actually being able to hit that, like I said, on a normal team, because not many units can be sealed. If you're running like a Rainbow Extreme team under like Transforming Frieza or the STR Rose, then there are 1 or 2 options you could use. I guess depending on the event. This is the problem, is like an event like Super Battle Road would be a place where, you know, sealing is not only useful, but you're then going to get that nice big attack boost. But the only problem is you would obviously want all 4 of your attack slot, all 4 of your item spots to be for items that are actually going to help you get through like healing or damage mitigation. And taking up one of those item slots with an item that's just for sealing, just so this Frieza can hit harder, is probably not ideal at all. He also has a medium chance to stun with his super attack, but that's 30% according to the wiki, so it's not something you're going to see come into play very often. And then his leader skill is like physical types. It's extreme physical, 90% to stats and 2 key. So it's not the worst. Like, I guess he's an okay sub leader for Battlefield for when you do mono teams, but he's only on Wicked Bloodline and Transformation Boost. He doesn't have big bad bosses, which is a bit of a letdown, because of course he is the GT Frieza. So it's weird because he was designed alongside the Int GT Cell, who gets a buff if the enemy's stunned, so they're supposed to play off of each other. But other than like a Rainbow Extreme team, they don't really like fit together on any teams, so it's very strange. Right, let's do this. I don't think full power Frieza won't take him out just because of Gogeta's high damage mitigation. So full power Frieza easy A though, taking like no damage, almost 3 mil attack stat with the Turles on rotation. Oh, okay, well, additional super, he might take him out here. And he does. Of course. I wanted to see what he would do with Turles on the rotation without sealing the enemy, and then the next time around we would seal. But we should be able to get there. Next time we get Turles on rotation with him, I will just go ahead and do the sealing. So okay, so double metal cooler should get this rotation over with nice and quick. But yeah, so with the upcoming legendary Goku event, like I said, I figured this guy would be a decent choice because he gives himself a defensive boost. We were talking about this in the Buhan Easy 8 discussion that I did the other day with AC, Ignan and Nagato. The fact that on these newer, harder events like that Goku event, units that don't get any sort of defensive boosts, you can't really use them in that event. Like they just get hit so ridiculously hard. So of course this Frieza not only is a physical type, which means he has type advantage in the last phase, but he does give himself a pretty decent attack boost as well. So let's just not super with you and do this. Should be able to hopefully get around to having Turles on the rotation again. Oh yeah, of course his Easy A gets extra key, doesn't he now? So much for not getting the super. So he managed to break 1 million with his actual link partner without a support unit on the rotation. So not terrible, but I mean he didn't get the stun, didn't do a huge amount of damage. So he obviously is, when you can get the enemy sealed, then that attack stat that he put out was actually very impressive. It's just a case of how often you're actually going to be able to get that to happen. So, and we're going to get the Dokkan mode this turn. I mean, I think I'll probably just let it go by, just to save time more than anything else, because we're going to take out this phase of Sin straight away anyway. So might as well cut out the drawn out Dokkan attack animation and just go straight through. I really want to see what kind of attack stat he's going to put out with Turles on the rotation with the enemy sealed. It should be very good. So it won't be this one, it'll be the next time around. So, of course, this is where he's going to start all these shenanigans, locking us in place. So let's do this. Yeah, Frieza will get a super because of his passives, that's fine. So between the two of them, they should take him out. See, I could have used it here to take advantage of the fact that he gets type advantage against all opponents when that seal passive is active, but we want to see the attack stat he'll put out with Turles in the support slot, so obviously he's not going to do much damage here unless he gets a crit. Oh yeah, he got a crit. And now he's going to take a super attack. Oof, I wonder how much he's going to take from this. 117, yeah, that's pretty... expected it to be pretty significant amount of damage, to be fair. Now Cooler coming in with the additional. I think I've just realised though, can the physical Omega be sealed? Because Gogeta can, but he can't be stunned. And I think they were like the opposite way around, weren't they? Oh no, it's just that he can't be stunned as well. Perfect. So he's going to lock physical Cooler in the last spot. I don't really care about that too much. Let's save all these physical orbs, and then we'll only give Cooler one of these. I guess I should really have avoided the super with the AGL Metal Cooler, but we should be okay. Omega has pretty decent damage reduction because of the lack of the GT link on the team. Of course, this Frieza has the GT link, but we don't have anyone on the team to link him up with at the moment. That'd actually be crazy if we had someone. If we had the GT link active with him and then sealed. Obviously, his attack stat wouldn't change, but the amount of actual damage he would do would be ridiculous. But okay, this next rotation is going to be the one. So this is where we can see this is going to be the best possible output for this Frieza. And of course, he's going to try and seal him in the last spot again, but we won't have any of that. So seal your super attack, and then let's go. So he's got all of his attack links active. His passive is fully active. 40% support unit on rotation. Yeah, almost 2.6 million on the attack stat. I mean, over 1.1 million without the GT link is pretty good. And then this Frieza 3.2. That's pretty crazy. You see here, even that Frieza with the higher attack stat didn't get the bonus of having type advantage, which the GT Frieza gets from having that part of his passive active, so it actually did less damage. That's right, you lock him in the front spot. That's where we were going to put him anyway. So, I mean, this is going to be the last turn. The AGL Coolers will finish him off. So, let me know down below in the comments, what do you think of the GT Frieza? He's one of those units that, because he's in the general pool now, you'll pull him fairly regularly. Although, saying that, I think I might not have actually ever pulled the Int Cell, or maybe I have like one copy of him. So, one day if I ever get that cell rainbowed, I might have to try them out on a team together. Maybe by the time the new Zamasu comes out and has his secondary Extreme Types leader skill, but I guess we'll have to see. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. Is this a character you would consider using on your Wicked Bloodline team, especially for int events? And let me know how you would pair him up to get around that ceiling part of his passive. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow my Twitch channel or join my Discord. The links are in the description below. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.